Here.
Twilliger,
Here.
Geisler. Commissioner Geisler,
Here.
Commissioner Dorian,
Here.
Commissioner Nosen. Commissioner Nosen,
He's looking to unmute.
Commissioner Nosen,
Hold on, Ann, he's having a problem. There you
There,
go.
I'm here.
thank you. And Chairman Bone,
Here.
7 present, 0 absent.
Okay, next is I'll ask Commissioner Twilliger to lead us on the invocation and the pledge. Please, everybody besides Commissioner Twilliger, mute.
Heavenly Father, we ask for your presence and guidance as we respond to the spread of the COVID-19 in our world, our country, and our community. We ask your blessing on all leaders in authority that we may make wise decisions and act decisively to protect all. Also to maintain order in the communities and economies in which we live and work. We ask for your blessing on all healthcare workers, police and first responders, and all who are called professionally and vocationally to provide service so bravely and selflessly. We trust all these things in your heavenly name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, next on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for March 17th, 2020 and April 14th, 2020.
Mr. Chair, I recommend we approve the minutes. Support.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, the same. Okay, we will approve the minutes for March 17th, 2020 and April 14th, 2020 and move on to the acceptance of the bills.
I don't have the bills. I'm sorry. I don't think they come over yesterday with the mail. I apologize.
Okay,
I'm sure they're sitting in the office somewhere, but they never got over here to the courthouse. So we'll have to put that on the next agenda.
okay, sounds good. Sounds good. We can get by with it by doing that. Okay, so from then we are going to move on to special program of the day, which there is none. So we are now going to ask for any public comment on anything that is not on our regular agenda today. Is there any public comment? Seeing none, we will move on to standing committee report number 1, please.
Dated April 17th, 2020, properly addressed. Ladies and gentlemen, we, your Administration Operations Committee, recommend approval of County Policy 101.23, the Key Control System, in its current format with no revisions. Respectfully submitted, James Geisler, Chairperson, Scott Nosen, Eric Dorian, Administration Operations Committee.
Commissioner Geisler.
Jim, you need to unmute yourself.
No, not yet.
Hold on.
Click. Can you click in the upper right corner of your screen? And there should be an unmute there.
There you go.
Okay, I'm supposedly unmuted now. Am I?
Yes.
Yeah, so do you want to make
Okay.
approve that?
Yes. Mr. Chairman, the A&O Committee recommends the adoption of item 6-1-16.
Thank you. Do we have any public discussion on it? Do we have any commissioner discussion? Commissioner Snyder, do you have something? Nope. Okay. And call roll, please.
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Glazer,
Yes.
Twilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
Yes.
Dorian,
Yes.
Noson,
yes,
Chairman Bone.
Yes.
7 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
Committee report number 2, please.
Dated April 17th, properly addressed. Ladies and gentlemen, we, your Administration and Operations Committee, recommend approval of the Forensic Pathologist Professional Service Agreement with Patrick Cho, MD, for the provision of autopsy services. The term of this agreement is from May 1st, 2020 through April 30th, 2021. Respectfully submitted, James Geisler, Chairperson, Scott Noson, Eric Dorian, Administration and Operations Committee.
Commissioner Geisler.
Mr. Chairman, the A&O Committee recommends the adoption of 34-4-20.
Do we have any public comment on this item? Is there any commissioner discussion? And call roll, please.
Commissioner Glazer,
Aye. Yes.
Twilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
Yes.
Dorian,
Yes.
Noson,
yes,
Snyder,
Yes.
Chairman Bone.
Yes.
7 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
Committee report number 3, please.
Dated April 17th, properly addressed. Ladies and gentlemen, we, your Administration and Operations Committee and the Finance Committee, have reviewed the grant award from the Friends of the Pere Marquette Rail Trail in the amount of $10,000. This grant will provide for the purchase of a utility vehicle for day-to-day maintenance of the Pere Marquette Rail Trail. We recommend approval of this grant and that the Administrator Controller be authorized to amend the 2020 budget accordingly. Respectfully submitted, James Geisler, Chairperson, Scott Noson, Eric Dorian, Administration and Operations Committee, Scott Noson, Chairperson, James Geisler, Jeanette Snyder, Finance Committee.
Commissioner Geisler.
Mr. Chairman, the A&O Committee recommends adoption of item number 30-3-20.
And Commissioner Noson.
Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee also recommends adoption of agenda item 30-3-20.
Do we have any public comment on this item? Do we have any commissioner discussion? And call roll, please.
Commissioner Twilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
Yes.
Dorian,
Yes.
Noson,
Yes,
Snyder,
Yes.
Glazer,
Yes.
Chairman Bone.
Yes.
7 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
Committee report number 4, please.
Dated April 17th, properly addressed. Ladies and gentlemen, we, your Administration and Operations Committee and the Finance Committee, have reviewed the amendment to the 2019-2020 Comprehensive Agreement with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. The term of this agreement is from October 1st, 2019 through September 30th, 2020. This amendment provides for an additional $92,991 in funding for the Midland County Health Department for facilitating the delivery of health services. We recommend approval of the amendment to the grant and that the Administrator Controller be authorized to amend the 2020 county budget accordingly. Respectfully submitted, James Geisler, Chairperson, Scott Noson, Eric Dorian, Administration and Operations Committee, Scott Noson, Chairperson, James Geisler, Jeanette Snyder, Finance Committee.
Commissioner Geisler.
Mr. Chairman, the A&O Committee recommends the adoption of 32-4-20.
And Commissioner Noson.
Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee also recommends adoption of agenda item 32-4-20.
Do we have any public comment on this item? Is there any commissioner discussion? And call roll, please.
Commissioner Geisler,
Yes.
Dorian,
Yes.
Noson,
Yes,
Snyder,
Yes.
Glazer,
Yes.
Twilliger,
Yes.
Chairman Bone.
Yes.
7 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
Committee report number 5, please.
Dated April 17th, 2020, properly addressed. Ladies and gentlemen, we, your Administration and Operations Committee and the Finance Committee, have reviewed the grant award from the Michigan Municipal League Foundation in the amount of $20,000. This grant award shall be used for the purpose of increasing census response rates in Midland County. We recommend approval of the grant and that the Administrator Controller be authorized to amend the 2020 budget accordingly. Respectfully submitted, James Geisler, Chairperson, Scott Noson, Eric Dorian, Administration Operations Committee, Scott Noson, Chairperson, James Geisler, Jeanette Snyder, Finance Committee.
Commissioner Geisler,
Mr. Chairman, the A and O Committee recommends the adoption of item number 33-4-20.
and Commissioner Noson.
Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee also recommends adoption of agenda item 33-4-20.
Do we have any public comment on this item? Is there any commissioner discussion? And call roll, please.
Commissioner Dorian,
Yes.
Noson,
Yes.
Snyder,
yes,
Glazer,
Yes.
Terwilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
Yes,
Chairman Bone.
Yes. Committee
7 yes,
report.
0.
So-
Sorry.
No, that's my fault.
7 yes, 0 no. Motion carries.
Committee report number 6, please, Ann.
Dated April 17th, 2020, properly addressed, ladies and gentlemen. We, your Finance Committee, recommend approval of the 2020 State Tax Commission Report of County Equalized Value, Form L4024. This report is in accordance with MCL 209.5 and 211.34 and should be submitted to the state prior to May 4th, 2020. Respectfully submitted, Scott Noson, Chairperson, James Geisler, Jeanette Snyder, Finance Committee.
Commissioner Noson,
Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee recommends adoption of agenda item 31-4-20.
do we have any public comment on this item? Is there any commissioner discussion? And call roll, please.
Commissioner Noson,
Yes.
Snyder,
yes,
Glazer,
Yes.
Terwilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
yes,
Dorian,
Yes.
Chairman Bone.
Yes.
7 yes, 0 no. Motion carries.
Committee report number 7, please.
Dated April 17th, properly addressed, ladies and gentlemen, we, your Finance Committee, have reviewed the request to approve the Drain Commissioner's plan to issue bonds in the amount of $5,400,000 to finance a drainage project on the Waldo Intercounty Drain, and recommend the approval of the request from the Drain Commissioner that the Board of Commissioners irrevocably pledge the limited full faith and credit of the County of Midland to back this project. Respectfully submitted, Scott Noson, Chairperson, James Geisler, Jeanette Snyder, Finance Committee.
Commissioner Noson,
Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee recommends adoption of agenda 35-4-20.
do we have any public comment on this item? Is there any commissioner discussion? And call roll, please.
Commissioner Snyder,
yes,
Glazer,
Yes.
Terwilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
yes,
Dorian,
Yes.
Noson,
Yes.
Chairman Bone.
Yes.
7 yes, 0 no. Motion carries.
Okay, that's it for those items. We now move on to, we have no RPCs. We have no old business. We do have a couple items of new business. Could I get a motion to take those up?
Move to take up the new items of business. Support.
All those in favor, please say aye.
aye,
Those opposed, the same. Okay, Ann, would you read our first item of new business, please?
Dated April 17th, 2020, properly addressed, ladies and gentlemen. I recommend approval of the attached resolution regarding COVID-19 mitigation activity. Respectfully submitted, James Geisler, District Number 5, Midland County Board of Commissioners.
Commissioner Geisler,
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the adoption of agenda item 36-4-20.
I do need a
Do we have
second
a-
on this, Mark.
oh yeah, can we get a
Support.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any public comment on this item? Any commissioner discussion? And call roll, please.
Commissioner Glazer,
Yes.
Terwilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
yes,
Dorian,
Yes.
Noson,
Yes.
Snyder,
yes,
Chairman Bone,
Yes.
7 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
New business item number 2, please, Ann.
Dated April 17th, properly addressed. Ladies and gentlemen, I recommend approval of the attached resolution recognizing Creative 360 as a nonprofit organization in the Midland community. I further recommend that the county clerk send a certified copy of this resolution to Carol Speltz, interim director for the organization. If approved by the Board of Commissioners, respectfully submitted, James Geisler, District Number 5, Midland County Board of Commissioners.
Commissioner Geisler.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend the adoption of agenda item 37-4-20.
I do need a
Thank you.
support on this too, Mark.
Can we get some support, please?
support,
Support.
Thank you. Is there any public comment? Is there any commissioner discussion? I'll just do a voice vote on this. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Those opposed, the same. Okay, that is approved also. Second item of new business, we're going to move on to commissioner comments. We're going to start with Commissioner Noson.
I have no comments.
Commissioner Snyder,
no comment,
Commissioner Glazer,
Yes, I realize it may be a little early, but one of the actions we took was the approval of the inter-county drain. And one of the first constituent comments that I had, or contacts for support, was due to a drain issue. So I got to learn what the drain commissioner does, learn and appreciate what our drain commissioner does. And I've attended a number of the various meetings that are held, so I've learned a lot. I really hold our commissioner in high regard for all the work that he does and the guidance that he gives us in so many areas. And I know that this will probably be one of the last remaining votes that we'll have on such an issue. So just keep him in mind as we're approaching the end of his career.
thank you.
That'll be all.
Commissioner Twilliger,
I just would like to again commend all the personnel that we have, Midland County personnel, especially the people that we observe that are right on the front lines, our emergency manager, our health department, Fred and his staff, and all of our first responders. It's amazing, and I'm so proud of them and thankful that we have such a good staff. Thank you.
thank you. Commissioner Geisler,
I would like to thank the host, the 3 hosts that are helping us with the Zoom program. I think they're Bridget, Jessica, and Chris.
You're welcome.
thank you. Commissioner Dorian,
I'd just like to echo Commissioner Terwilliger's comments with regards to our staff and our reaction to COVID-19. And just everyone appreciate your patience. We'll get through this. Thank you.
and I have no comment today. We're going to move on to commissioner meeting schedules and start with Commissioner Noson.
Yes, this afternoon at 1 o'clock, the MAC board meets virtually, obviously, and our guest presenter is none other than Governor Moore. Thank you all for submitting comments, those that did. I have forwarded all of those. I think we're going to have an hour with her, believe it or not, which is actually a lot of time. And I will let you know, I suspect we might hear a little bit more detail about her plans to open up. I'd heard a rumor that she's going to have a few press conferences this week, kind of staging her thoughts and what she plans to do, I think post May 1. So that's scheduled. Thursday at 10 o'clock, we have a Water Asset Management Council meeting. I believe the last one was canceled. I think we'll go ahead with this one. We're at a stage right now, just to let everybody know, that letters will be going out to all counties in terms of documenting their water assets. It's a very simple initial process, not a whole lot of detail, but and we'll be providing a lot of guidance on how that gets done, and we'll have through the fall to get through that. And we by statute we have to report back by, I think it's October 1 of this year, on the status of that whole activity. And that's it for now. Thanks.
Thank you. Commissioner Snyder?
Hi there. I had to leave and look at my calendar quick. I'm still just laying low and not going out unless necessary. So I'm as to not overcrowd my township meetings. So I think the only one that I'm gonna participate in besides our committee meetings is on the 30th, and that'll be the road commission, and they set that up where I can just call into that. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Glazer?
Yes, Mid-Michigan Community Health is scheduled for a meeting, or was scheduled for a meeting on the 23rd. That has been canceled. Community Mental Health, Mid-Michigan Community Action, that was in Clare. So they will be shut down. Community Mental Health will probably meet, I have not seen the notice yet, a virtual meeting on the 28th. We did that last month. And I think that's going to be all.
Thank you. Commissioner Terwilliger?
Yes, I have drug court this Thursday on April 23rd. That will be a virtual meeting. And I might add that it is challenging for drug court to operate right now because of COVID-19. And a lot of the services have been eliminated for drug court clients. And the other meeting that I have is Tuesday, April 28th. I have corrections, which is at the Midland County Jail. Thank you. And that is a virtual meeting as well.
Got you. Commissioner Geisler?
I have A&O on April 28th at 2:30. And that's it.
Commissioner Dorian?
Human Services is scheduled tentatively to meet May the 11th, which is a Monday, at 2 o'clock in the first floor conference room, probably via Zoom, however. That's all I have.
Thank you. And all my meetings have been canceled, so I don't have anything till our next board meeting. And that's the end of business for us today.
Move to adjourn.
Support.
All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Those opposed, the same. This meeting is adjourned until Tuesday, May 5th, 2020 at 9 a.m. to meet in a regular session and for the Board of Commissioners and for their committees to resume their duties. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Thanks, everyone.